What to do if she is giving you mixed signals. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about what to do if the girl that you like is giving you mixed signals and you don't know if she likes you or if she doesn't like you. What's going on? I read a quote recently and I think it went along the lines of something like, if someone is giving you mixed signals, take it as a no. And I think that's really good. I think it's really, really true. So if a girl is giving you mixed signals, why would you want to bother with a girl like that? Why would you want to bother with someone who is unsure about you? You know, surely if you are really sure about someone, then you would want them to be sure about you as well. Obviously, if it's in the really first early stages of dating, then of course you might be getting a few mixed signals because she doesn't know you yet. But if this is someone that you know, or it's someone that you've dated for a while, or perhaps even been in a relationship with, so it could be an ex, if they're giving you mixed signals and they, know you very well and they're still unsure about you, then why would you bother with someone like that? What's the point? So I do agree with this quote to a degree that if someone is giving you mixed signals, take it as a no. But you also need to consider whether this is someone that you've, known a long time or have only just started to know. Because when we start dating someone, of course we're a little bit unsure of them. Otherwise we wouldn't date them. We would just go hop straight into a relationship. But that's not how human beings interact with one another. We get to know each other slowly over time. And that's how women tend to fall in love. They do tend to fall in love a lot slower rather than straight away, which is more common with someone who is more masculine, because we usually feel, I guess you could say, with our eyes. We see how beautiful a girl is, and then we want to be with them. That's usually how things go, and that usually ends up, messing things up a bit. So you obviously do need to be quite logical when you are dating someone and qualifying them, because you don't want to just rely on your passion and desire for someone. Otherwise, you could end up with someone who is actually a total mess. There are some women out there that are extremely gorgeous but are just completely messed up. So you need to make sure that you are a bit more logical and take a bit more of a slower approach when you are falling in love with someone. I've known people to do this, and I've done it myself before, especially when I didn't know anything about dating and stuff. I would look at a picture of a girl on like Tinder or on their Facebook page and fall in love with them because they looked beautiful. But really, in reality, they were an absolute mess. So it's like, you need to be careful with your mind and your feelings, and you need to be in control of them. Because otherwise we could end up falling in love with someone who is completely wrong for us or doesn't even like us in the first place. So have the self-respect and go for people that want to go with you, So if you've only started dating someone and they start to become flaky, or they cancel the last minute, or they're just not as into it and are a little bit like, why bother? You want to obviously go on dates with girls that really want to be there. And if someone really doesn't want to be there, or if they're unsure of whether they want to be there or not, why bother with those people? You want to be dating women who really want to be there, who would make the time for you. That's the kind of girl that you need to go on a date with. The one who's going to put in the effort and not and ah about you. And I know it's difficult because, usually when someone rejects us or is unsure about us, we get this anxiety. We feel like we need to prove ourselves or over pursue. And those things can lead us into a lot more trouble. So you need to be very careful with that. You need to be very aware of your emotions and not to let your emotions get carried away when someone rejects you, because when you get rejected, obviously it can become an obsession to try and turn things around. I wouldn't suggest that you do that. If someone rejects you or is umming and ahhing about you, then it's best to just leave that be. The next thing that you should probably do is match and mirror their interests. So if they are unsure about you, simply become unsure about them. And that's a really good thing to do, because obviously if they're unsure about you, then of course you must become suspicious and unsure of them as well. Because it's like, well, if you don't want to hang out with me, if you don't want to date me, what's the point, So become unsure of them as well. If she stops initiating contact with you, don't contact her. You must match and mirror her behavior. If she's sending you less messages, you send her less messages. Because what this kind of does is it turns things around, and it may help her start to be a bit more sure about you. Because let's say you've been over pursuing, so you've been sending too many messages, you've been talking to her too much on the phone or on FaceTime. If you suddenly take that away from her and she no longer sees that you are responding to her in the same way and you're acting different, that may cause her to be a bit more sure about you and feel a lot more, shall we say, safe around you to date you. Because if you are over pursuing, then she probably feels a little bit uneasy about you, because it kind of comes across as weird when you are really obsessed with a girl and you keep on messaging her and you're not leaving her alone, you're not giving her time to think about you and space. Because if you message her every day, you're not leaving her enough space to think about you. So I would cut back on that and remove your presence, shall we say. I recommend that you read this article that I recently wrote on my website called The Do's and Don'ts of Dating. That will give you more of an insight on the things that you should be doing and not doing when you start dating someone. Because there might be a few things that you are actually doing wrong that might be leading her to feel and have mixed feelings about you. So you obviously want to remedy those problems, and I recommend that you read that in order to stamp out those problems that you might be doing. But if you are, dating them right and you're doing everything right, then obviously the reason why she's probably giving you mixed signals is because she's not that attracted to you and she's not, that into it. But in those situations, you can't really blame yourself, because if you've done everything right and she's still not attracted to you or she's still giving you mixed signals, it might be just the fact that you're not her type, and she might be just, doesn't really know what to say to you, and she may not want to be mean to you and just to flat out say no to you because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. So make sure that you go and read that article, because that will really, really help you. If you need to find it, then the link for it will be in the description box. I also recommend that you watch this video called The Correct Mindset. Basically, it goes into the right mindset that you should have when you first start dating. So perhaps you've been in a long-term relationship and you are back in the dating game, or perhaps you've been in the dating game a while and you're not finding results. So if you need help with any of those things, I highly recommend that you go and watch that video. Obviously, these videos are very generalized, so if you need help with a specific situation and you would like to have coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. Alternatively, you can use the email address provided in this video's description box. I hope this video has helped you and it's been informative. If it has, please leave a like, please subscribe, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.